So we are going to be jumping into the next topic, which is on the No Tobacco Day 2013. That's a huge campaign WHO is coming out with. Again, it's a campaign that's been going on and on for years. Let's talk to our guest about it. We've got in the studio to tell you more about this campaign, Dr. Sukhwinder Singh, who's the head of the Tobacco Control Unit from KKM. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us, Doctor.
Thank you.
All right. Now, you missed the Krabu mango, but you know what? We'll share that with you later. So let's talk about No Tobacco Day itself. The WHO theme, is that what you're following for this year? And if so, tell us a little bit about the whole campaign.
Okay, generally speaking, the World No Tobacco Day celebrations are thematic themes which are placed by WHO on the various articles from the WHO FCTC. That's the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control.
Okay.
And all these thematic celebrations nationwide are being carried out by all member countries to WHO. Malaysia being one of the member countries for WHO,
yes,
has embarked, not only this year, it has embarked on many years before.
Yep.
And we are using the same theme as WHO.
Okay.
That is on taps.
All right.
Bans on tobacco advertising, promotion and sponsorship.
Okay.
And we are including with a slogan that is open your eyes and do not be a victim from the tobacco industries. So it is basically a nationwide event which is going to start off on the 31st of this month, and it would be officiated by our present Minister of Health, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri Dr. S. Subramaniam, on the 2nd of June at the Orange Concourse Sunway Pyramid.
Okay, 31st of May.
The event starts 31st of May, but the officiating ceremony would take place on 2nd of June.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about e-cigarettes now that we're, we're moving along into the digital age, and right now we see a lot of e-cigarettes being produced. Electronic cigarettes they call it, and for people who smoke that battery-operated device, okay, I mean, how do you stop them? I mean, how do you stop them? It's smokeless, but basically emits a rather pungent smell, if you will.
Basically e-cigarettes, they, as I can have the cross-sectional view.
Okay, here we go. We'll show you a little bit about an e-cigarette.
Which one? This one?
This one, yes, this one. That's what it looks like. Let me just show this up, if the camera can hold that up. This is what we mean by an e-cigarette. I think some of you might have seen your friends holding on to this or smoking this. And so, now, Doctor, the question again, as Constantine mentioned, it's smokeless.
Yes, it's smokeless.
But it's got this awful odor that's emanated.
Well,
so how helpful is this?
Actually, through the 954 technical series report, the 955 technical series report by WHO, its recommendation for its therapeutic efficacy has not been proven as a harmful therapeutic device, which is encompassed within the electronic nicotine delivery system mechanism. So, and on the other aspect, the safety issue is also being studied upon, by which reported cases in Florida last year in February, whereby an individual who was trying to light up his e-cigarette, it just exploded within his face. So that has caused a real grave concern of its safety issues and unproven safety, efficacy, therapeutic use for its harm reduction.
Now, because I can see a lot of people out there right now, I mean, posting, just how proud they are on Facebook. They managed to quit smoking. They're like, they have a brand new alternative, and that would be to smoke something which is smokeless, but it gives them that nicotine shot.
That kick.
So basically, actually, our advice from the Ministry of Health is not to embark on this device for smoking cessation or an alternative treatment therapy, whereby it is not proven for its therapeutic use. So at the end of the day, there is no factual scientific evidence that it is a harmful reduction therapy.
Now, Doctor, initially in 2004, our ex-Prime Minister had launched the Tatnak campaign, and that was going widespread all over the nation, as we mentioned earlier on on camera. It was a campaign where it literally encouraging everybody, every Tom, Dick and Harry in Malaysia to say no to smokers. So don't smoke in front of a person, because secondary smokers again get affected as well. But that sort of fizzled out at the moment, because towards a couple of years down the line, it really didn't achieve its purpose. And right now what we find is that women smokers have doubled since then. Your take on this whole situation, and how can we now, address this?
Okay, basically the Tatna media campaign, which was launched, as you mentioned, in 2004 by our previous Prime Minister, various aspects on its efficacy, that means effectiveness of the media campaigns. A lot of improvements have been taken place in the sense of using the approach on the target groups. That means using the emotional aspect.
Right.
That means using various advertisements and all that,
that's right.
which is displayed on the media.
It was more a soft approach in terms of the advertisements, wasn't it?
I would say it is not a soft approach.
No?
In a sense, it would touch upon the emotional feelings. In a sense, I myself, when I started seeing those advertisements, I really tried. I really tried
to reduce smoking.
No, I really cried.
Sorry, I thought you were saying you're going to reduce smoking as well.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this Tatna campaign, it does include a program for the public. Okay, they sign up, and they can undergo a certain period of therapy, or they'll be given, for example, maybe nicotine pills or patches to help them quit. Am I right? I mean,
basically,
is
the
it still
media
on?
campaign is to gather the quitters to involve in this quit smoking cessation program.
Okay.
By which we have around 320 over clinics, and we are still expanding on that magnitude.
Okay.
For provision of the quit smoking services. So the various modalities of treatment would be the patches, the Nicorette, chewing gum, etc. So all these are being disseminated information, whereby on the cigarette boxes there is this info line which is being displayed. If there is an intention, a real intention, or dire straits event from a smoker to quit eventually, so he or she can sign up, can ask for more information. So in all this, it really helps a smoker to quit.
Fantastic. That's a fantastic.
Let's go back to the theme of this year, which is ban tobacco advertising, promotion and sponsorship. Now, it's apparently been proven around the world that 60 to 70% of the time when they did ban any promotional material or even advertising on cigarette smoking, that apparently it has given some sort of an impact to that community. Again, this is proven elsewhere. We've not done the same here yet. Following this, again, we're looking at authorities, we're looking at cigarette companies. They've sort of moved from the regular old school advertising into something new. And I know you have something to share with us about this. So could you just enlighten us a little bit, Doctor?
Basically, the thematic celebrations for the World No Tobacco Day is banning on tabs. So basically, various brand stretching, brand diversification has taken place in Malaysia also.
Yes.
Although we have the control of tobacco product regulations in place for its regulatory purposes, but still they find ways and means of how to promote, I would say, how to have a brand diversification magnitude. So what I would like to show is basically I have some paper cuttings which is in the public domain.
All right, here we go. Come, let me hold this up for you, Doctor.
Sure.
All right, so these are paper cuttings to literally show you how the advertising cigarette companies have changed their advertising. If the camera can just focus on this little picture here.
Bigger one.
There we go. Hang on, let me just hold that straight. Okay, here we go. So this is basically how they've changed, not the Maroon 5 advertisement, but right below that, it shows how the companies have changed their advertising, and the doctor's holding on something to a bigger effect.
Let's zoom into that.
Let's zoom into what the doctor's got here. Here we go. There you go. That's it. So it's a picture of a man at the same time at the bottom. You know, the way they advertised it is very different. So you don't get the old school advertisement. It's very new, yet the name is still there.
Yes.
That's amazing.
So this is called a brand diversification strategy.
This is manipulating.
Well, that's what is being happening.
It's amazing. You actually have it, and we have another one here. Here we go. You might just recognize a name from here, this advertisement, but as you notice, it has nothing to do with smoking, smokers, or a cigarette pack sitting in your face.
It's perfume, am I right? Perfume?
Yeah, there you go.
Fragrance. Okay.
So this is the very innovative ways companies have now come up with things. How do you tie this in with the whole campaign?
Okay, basically, TAPS focuses on comprehensive bans. That is in the mass media, in the electronic media, and basically focusing on all this brand diversification. And there's also another component that is in-border and cross-border advertising. So lately we had a series of badminton tournaments which were advertised by Jarum. So that was telecasted. And Malaysia is one among other Asian countries. We did receive those live telecasts.
I see.
So,
okay, but this is from a different country.
Yeah, so it involves cross-border, and that means the other territorial grounds are also displaying. So as far as Indonesia is concerned, they have not ratified the WHO FCTC. But on the other hand, Malaysia is amongst 176 countries. We are member and parties to WHO FCTC. Basically, it's a high-level commitment. It's a country commitment, and it needs a multi-pronged and multifaceted approach to curb the problem.
I see. Now, let's talk about kids experimenting with smoking out of peer pressure, just for fun, and it ends up as a habit. Do you take the No Tobacco Day info to the grassroots and try to educate the kids on this harmful substance?
Okay, basically various activities are planned for this World No Tobacco Day celebration. The various quiz competitions, coloring, interactive mechanisms whereby we are involving various celebrities to disseminate information and to provide more on the adverse effects of smoking and the exposure of secondhand tobacco smoke.
Okay. Now, Doctor, before we let you go for the day, quick advice to the people out there on smoking, as well as the event that's happening. Where can they go to, and how can they participate?
Okay. Yes. Right. We would be launching the World No Tobacco Day nationwide celebrations, which would be held at the Orange Concourse Sunway Pyramid. The event starts on the 31st of this month, and it is an ongoing event with various activities, competitions, interactive quiz for children, especially focusing now it's school holidays.
That's right. That's
and finally coming to an officiating ceremony on the 2nd of June. That's on Sunday next month by our respected Yang Berhormat, Yang Berbahagia, Dr. S. Subramaniam.
Okay, brilliant. So, Sunway Pyramid, Orange Concourse, that's where the whole thing is happening.
Yes.
All right, so there you go. Doctor, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful chatting with you about the little things that are happening around the world. And No Tobacco Day comes in again, 2013, Sunway Pyramid, Orange Concourse, make your way down there, 31st of May. That's when the whole thing starts. Of course, it goes on for a few days. Fabulous time for you to bring the kids down. It's school holidays, fantastic time for you to take the kids down, because give them an idea of what happens when you do this just out of fun and when you experiment. You know, it's not good because it's a long-term problem.